Christmas is fast approaching, and British schoolteacher Bry is bitter and vexed upon seeing his classroom of schoolboys loudly talking and interrupting him. He forces them to put their hands on their heads and sit there in silence well after the dismissal bell has sounded, whereupon he has a fantasy of a nude blonde woman, makes a Freudian slip comment about breasts, and mischievously flees the school in his aging vehicle, while still leaving the schoolboys sitting there, never dismissing them. Returning home to spend the holiday with his family, he plays a playful prank on Sheila, his wife, taping a fake rubber spider to his face. Sheila is an eccentric, ditzy housewife who collects a wide assortment of domestic pets, including guinea pigs, a Siamese cat and 2 parakeets. The couple's quirky banter becomes increasingly frenzied and bizarre, and when they enter the back room of their home, it's revealed that they have an adolescent daughter, Josephine, affectionately called Jo Egg and Jo. Josephine had some unexplained form of severe intellectual disability, unable to walk, use the toilet or speak to anybody. A flashback to a trip at the beach reveals that Sheila had a narrow pelvic opening, resulting in a risky and troublesome birth. Bry and Sheila pretend to be Josephine back and forth in order to fantasize a facsimile of a conversation with her. Josephine urinates, and as Bry has to change her, he begs her to say something to him, while Sheila talks to herself casually. The couple is increasingly distracted by their myriad sexual games at home, coupled with nosy neighbors and Josephine's doctors and nurses. Bry worries that Josephine is fat and jaundiced, and wonders about the long-term state of her health. He and Sheila increasingly rely on dark humor to make their pain bearable, as they consider Josephine's quality of life. At one point they even contemplate euthanasia, while neighbors and friends point out the potential merits of committing the girl to a nursing home. As Josephine becomes terminally ill and close to death, Sheila suspects that Bry may have something to do with it. They struggle to hold their family together, along with a close-knit group of wacky friends and relatives, while Josephine languishes at home. When Josephine eventually survives, Sheila finally realizes the mental toll the whole ordeal has had on Bry, and she admits quietly to him her plans to leave the girl in a residential hospital forever, hoping to have a second honeymoon with her husband. Bry flees the house with a suitcase that morning, boarding a train for London, which he falls asleep on. Sheila wanders their home talking to each of her pets, then kissing Josephine, before she strips naked and climbs back into bed alone.